Hello, I'm going to describe the assignment web page for you so you don't even have to read if you don't like. Anyway, um, I chose to do a glance project, the glance theme. I observed three people in a nighttime situation. The first person was working in a science lab at night overlooking Sea Life Park. This person works an erratic schedule, so sometimes it's day, sometimes night, so I was able to compare working at night versus day, and some obvious and not so obvious things that you might think about are listed under successes and breakdowns. But I'd like to point out the view of the stars was captivating to the subject. The next person I observed was at a bus stop at night, and also one of the latent opportunities that was brought up was the open sky full of stars and the subject's interest in the stars. And the third person I observed was walking a dog at night, and subject made her way from the road to the beach. And again, the most interesting thing to me was the mention of the night sky, the stars, and constellations. So, based on the needs and the breakdowns, which were pretty common, all three talked about bugs, dangerous people, visibility, things like that. So I brainstormed about how to solve every single one of their breakdowns and then a way to capitalize on any of their successes and latent opportunities. And I think I came up with some pretty exciting stuff in there. I'm just looking through the brainstorm need goals. Right. So, the finding inspiration. My 5 inspirations are the yoga block, the cable knit sweater, socks, which is interesting state. Why to be inspired by socks? A paper fan, and a lawn chair. So, why did I choose socks? I think the main goal of the socks is to solve the problem of foot discomfort due to sweating while wearing shoes. But when you get a new pair of socks, they're flexible, elastic, they 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 feel, it's a fun feeling. I don't know anyone that doesn't like the feeling of putting on new socks, and they kind of are spongy. An old pair of socks is they're form fitted, they're thinner usually. Not sure why, but I can imagine why. But when you're wearing an old pair of socks, it's almost as if you're not wearing them at all. They're usually fit so perfect and so non-existent. So it's it's just a natural feeling there. Each of those two different kinds are a good fit, and the new socks obviously eventually become the old socks. So I found inspiration in that metamorphosis. So I should try to create mobile apps so that right from the beginning they're really flexible and simple enough to be used by anyone and everyone, just like a new pair of socks. I should also make it where customization is possible so that as a person develops their they use the app more, it becomes a perfect fit like the old sock. So with socks, when a pair gets too old, it develops a hole in the socks, and that's like an alert that, well, you need to buy new socks again, restart that cycle. Well, my apps shouldn't be thrown out and try a new product, but instead I need to have ways of traps set so I can tell where I need to update automatically. So those would be for me things like identify where most of the clicks are happening, maybe what were the last activities someone used before they stopped using the app again. Maybe that might tell me some feature I need to get rid of or redesign. And yeah, that's one of my inspirations. So with the brainstorming, go right back to that. Number two, at night in Hawaii anyway, people really notice the stars. And they generally don't know that much about them. They know of constellations, they know what stars are, but they know just enough to know that they don't know a lot. So people need an app that they can query all the known information about stars at will. Now, I know there's Star Map and the Sky Map, I think, from Google, and there's another one for Windows Phone. Not by Microsoft, some independent developer, but similar. But I plan to capitalize on this general need by making a constellation finder that can pick up on points, not only from stars, but also from corners found in the everyday world using corner finding software, like what the self-driving cars use. Right, well, aloha and mahalo for watching this video.